Hey guys, what's going on? Matt here, and welcome back to the Black Ops 3 Mod Tools tutorial series. So in this video, we're going to be adding in some Vanguard weapons. So this is full credit to Sky. They have basically got a huge amount of weapon packs for each sort of Call of Duty game that you can install. This one is specifically going to be for Vanguard weapons, but they're all kind of similar. And of course, I'll do videos on all the other sort of games if this is something that people like. So what we need to do first of all is download this file. It's quite a big file, almost 6 gig. But what I've done is I've taken Sky's weapon pack and I've kind of almost repackaged it, only so things are a little bit more drag and drop. It's things like your sounds and stuff like that. I've all been put into a file. Typically they would come in like a text document, so you have to sort of put them in yourself. But just for the simplicity of just for keeping this video as simple as possible, I've included it all within the same sort of download, so it's a little bit easier. Not that the original was particularly difficult though. So once you've got this downloaded, we can open up this. Just go into this folder, and you can see you've got a bunch of files. So all we need to do is navigate over to our Black Ops 3 root directory. Just where you've got the base sort of game installed and all your mod tools. And all we're going to do is just drag and drop all of this, just not the txt file, so all the other stuff. So just select it all and drag and drop it into your root. I'm obviously not going to do it because I've got them already all installed, and I wouldn't want to be doing that. So once you've got them all installed, if you do have your launcher open during this, you'll want to close this down and relaunch it. That's just so all the content can basically be processed, to put it quite simply. If you do get any issues in here about duplicate assets, I'll have a video in the description which was pretty much made for these sort of videos, just sort of going over how to sort of fix them. It completely depends on what other content you've got installed, but if anything does sort of conflict, that video will be sort of taking you through how to fix that. It's quite easy, but it's possibly not as obvious as I probably think it is. So once you've got all that sorted, you've got the launcher restarted. We're pretty much most of the way there already. We now just need to include everything into the actual map itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by including all the files in our map. So what we need to do is go over to our root directory. Of course, this is for Vanguard weapons, and if you do want other weapons from other games, I'll probably make a video on that, but the process is quite similar. You obviously just need to obtain those files, if I, obviously not provided them myself. So we'll go over to user maps, go over to your map, which in this case is ZM test, go over to zone source, go over to our mapname.zone, open up that. I've of course got quite a bit in here, but it doesn't really matter. You're just going to be adding one line into here. I'll be leaving this line in the description as well. So just copy that. There we go. I've got it noted on another screen. And all I'm going to do is just put this in anywhere, just down here. So it's just this one line. And all it's going to do is it's going to be bringing in all the content for your zone. So instead of having like a huge amount in here, it's all self-contained in this one file. So it just sort of brings it in that way. This is just one of the ways I've sort of made it a little bit easier to do. So once we've now got everything added to our zone, you can just save that. Next thing is to add the sounds. So if I just copy the code that we need, we'll go over into our zone source where we've just been, and we'll go back to our map folder. We'll go over into sound, zone config, and open up this mapname.szc file. Again, of course, I've got quite a bit in here, but you just got to be putting this really anywhere you want, as long as it's sort of after here. I'm just going to add it to the end now. So we'll scroll down, put it in here. So just rough, as long as it sort of follows the same pattern. So after the close bracket and comma, but of course not at the very, very bottom. So add that in there as you would do with any other sound alias. It's exactly the same process for most of this sort of stuff. We can then save that. So that's the actual sounds added to the map. Now we need to add these weapons into the actual box itself. Now I do actually have a video which I'll put a link to in the description of how to override the box weapons for your map. So providing you followed that or you have already done this, if you go back over into your map file, you go into game data, weapons ZM, and open ZM level common weapons.csv. Just go and edit that. Bring that over here. Of course, if you don't have this, as I say, I'll put a video link in the description. Just follow that. This pretty much is just overriding the stock weapons that is in Black Ops 3 to begin with. And that video sort of goes over how to do that. So all we need to do in here really is take out all the Black Ops 3 weapons and put the Vanguard ones in. Now, the reason why I mention this is there is an actual limit to how many weapons you can have in your map. There is a lot, but there is a limit. So things like Modern Warfare 2019, that has a huge amount of weapons in there. So much so that you can't really have any Black Ops 3 weapons in there, like the core weapons. I think when I installed that in one of my previous maps, I was only able to have some like the wonder weapons in it, but I had to take out, I had to take out all of the extras. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all the Black Ops 3 ones. So I'll literally just select them all, take them all out. I'll leave in things like the Bowie knife and whatnot. Let's take out the ray gun and Wunderwaffe. So we're left with that. So we've got just like the equipment and stuff like that in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over into the download, and you'll see we have this file. Open up that. And all this is all of our new weapons that we can add to the box. So just select them all. Nice and easy. Copy that. Go over into our override, over into here, and we just go to onto a new line and just paste them all in. Nice and easy. So that's now added all of the Vanguard weapons into here. As I say, if whatever you're installing, if it's not the entire thing, you don't really need to worry about it. But if you are, maybe getting some map crashes, do consider taking a few weapons out and seeing if you have just reached the map limit for your number of weapons. That's probably the first thing to try. So now we've done that, we can save that. So that's all the weapons actually into the box. Now what we need to do is, of course, go into the actual map itself. I'm going to add a wall by. So I'm just going to pause here just while I open up Radiant, and I'll show you guys how to add that sort of stuff in. Okay, so over in Radiant, I've just picked a wall over here that we can put a weapon against. So I'm going to go over into the prefab browser down here. If you don't have this, you can just right click up at the top and select prefab browser. Nice and easy. Now, your prefabs will be in a slightly different location to mine just because of the way I prefer to have it structured. If I look at this, okay, so for this download, I put them in, so if you go to prefabs, you go to ZM and Sky prefabs, and I've got one called Vanguard Weapons, which they're all in there. I personally have them in core, wall buys, and VG. That's just the way I prefer to have it all set out. But I realise that might not be for everyone. But feel free to sort of, put the prefabs wherever you want, really, as long as it's in the prefabs folder. So I'm just going to grab, let's grab the automaton, drag that in. This is the exact same method that we do to put any other prefab into your map, any other wall by even. We just put it a little bit away from the wall like so, and you can see we've got a new weapon in the map now. We'll add another one as well. We'll add maybe the MP40 as well. Just rotate it a little bit. Bring it out from the wall slightly. Really nothing different here than putting a wall by in as per usual. Then we can save that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, close down Radiant. Go into the launcher. I'm going to, of course, check the map. Do a compile. I'm going to do a full compile right now because obviously, we've just added quite a lot of content into this. and then I'm going to let this compile, and then I'll see you guys over in game where I show you that I can go up to a war buy, actually buy it, and also use the box. I'm going to show that all the weapons are all in the box as well. Okay, so over in game, you can see, let's wait for the text to pop off the screen. You can see we've got the war buy for the automaton. I'm hoping you can hear that the sound as well. Hopefully I don't have the volume too low. Swap it out for the MP40. There we go. We'll spin the box as well. You can see we've got a bunch of weapons in there. All Vanguard ones. Go for the Type 11. Where have we got the pack-a-punch over here? I'm just going to go and pop it. See, everything's working exactly as you'd expect. But yeah, so that's been how to add Vanguard weapons in Team Map. Of course, full credit here to Sky, the Sky Lord, who actually did all the work for this. I've literally just added files to make it a little bit easier, really just for the purpose of this video though. And of course, if you have any questions or whatnot, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do what I can do there. But other than that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.